Channel. This is my studio. I got a new lens. What do we think? Isn't that so cool? I feel like I'm used to the lens being like getting a teeny tiny little portion of where I'm working, but this is my studio, raw and unfiltered. I didn't clean up yesterday, so this is what we're working with, but I have a slower Friday. I'm shipping a few orders and finishing up editing a YouTube video. So why don't you guys come along for a little day in the life of a professional artist? I typically clean up after my mess, but I did not today. So first, before we do anything, clearly you can see I have no clear surfaces in here, so we do have to clean that up. So let's clean up my studio. And while I'm cleaning up my studio, why don't you guys go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm Annie, a full-time artist and small business owner, and I'm brand new to YouTube. And in this channel, I do painting tutorials and just kind of pull back the curtain a little bit on what it's been like to grow a successful art business while working from home. This is where I do everything. I do my YouTube editing, I do work on commissions, I do everything. This is where I run my art business. So that's what this channel is about. And if you're into that kind of thing, be sure to like and subscribe, follow along. It means so much to me. So anyway, now I'm gonna get to cleaning up my mess because it's so bad. All right. I have two little flowers that my daughter's put in here, and it's so sad. They have lived a wonderful life. Time to toss them. So I think one of my biggest pet peeves is all the wires that accumulate in here. Haven't quite figured out a good way to keep organized with all of the wires. It's so much. Okay, so this can go behind here. Whoops. That's my scanner, I think. Yes. I don't typically keep my scanner out, but I do have a lot of things to scan in right now. So I feel like if I keep it out, I'll actually get to that. And I haven't. It's been out for weeks. But I will get to it. Okay, next takes care of those wires. Some more. I also have so many charging cables. So many cables. All right. This is my Dymo label printer cable, and this hooks into my computer. So first things first, print out the adapter thing, because Apple products gotta be different. Come join me on the floor of my studio while I print some shipping labels. Nothing too exciting. My printer is being very finicky this morning, so having a difficult time. This usually takes 2 seconds, but I've been at this for like 10 minutes because it is not wanting to work. There we go. Yes. Not off to a great start here now, are we? No, we're done. That took way too long. Oh my gosh, okay. Labels are printed. Now we print the prints. Let's go. So I only have to print one print today, which is really nice because sometimes if I have to print a ton of prints at once, It does take a while. However, it's still super nice and convenient to be able to print everything from my house. I used to outsource printing. I used to use an online print shop. However, the turnaround time for that particular print shop was so long. I use, I don't know how to say it. Is it Giclée, Giclée? I don't know. Giclée, Giclée Today, or Giclée, I don't know. I feel like I'm butchering it. I'll leave it in the description below. It's the online print shop. They make beautiful prints, and I do still use them for when I get orders for larger than 16 by 20. So any orders larger than 16 by 20, I do have to outsource. However, those are not quite as frequent as these smaller sizes. So whenever I do larger prints, I use Giclée Today. Everything else I print from home. So I just have to find the print here on my computer. There it is. I didn't have it saved in the right spot. Silly me. I am having to make minor adjustments to the crop of one of these prints because it's the first time printing it as an 8 by 10, and I'm using the generative fill on Photoshop, and I am extremely disappointed. I said continue the background to the edge of the painting, and this is what we're working with. It's so embarrassing for Photoshop. They claim that I don't know, there have been some times when I've used the generative fill in Photoshop and I've been blown away, but for the most part, it's a joke. It's so bad. So we're just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. So we have redeemed ourselves. Photoshop. This is where we're at. That's better. It's a little bit better. So I still have to definitely go in and like clean it up myself, but it did save a little bit of, well, it didn't save a ton of time, but a little bit. I don't know. It could have been worse. So that's not too bad. So I just have to clean this print up, make it a good crop for an 8 by 10, and then I'll be able to print it. This is the Epson P900, and it's a really, really great printer. I have absolutely loved it. I think I've had this one for maybe 3 years now. And I have, I mean, there's a few little like finicky things about it, like this may be a big deal, maybe it's not. The top loader, the top feeder here, where you feed the paper through, doesn't work great. I don't know. I still, even despite that, I still feel like it's been a really great printer to have. Definitely have gotten the money's worth. I think it was like 1100. It was either 1100 or 1500. I can't quite remember, but it is totally worth it to be able to print your own prints from home for sure. I 100% recommend. I do wish I got it sooner. But the ink goes a really long way. That was something I could not find an answer on when I was first getting the printer. And you know, my artwork is super colorful. It uses a ton of color. I was really worried about the amount of ink that it would use, but it is so cost effective for artists who want to print their work from home. And it's really, you can see here, it's really small and compact because I have a really small space here that I work in. And it just sits on this little flat file thing that I got from IKEA. Fits perfectly on that. And it prints up to 16 by 20 art prints, which is super cool. So I love it. That's all the info on my printer. Now I am going to trim these prints down, get them ready to package up. This sun is so cool. I love it. All right, so these are the prints that I'm printing out, or that I'm shipping out this week. There's not a lot this week, but landscape. This has been my most popular, well, the second most popular print in my shop. Landscape. Another, excuse me, another landscape. Isn't that cute? I like that one too. This is a print that we were working on that I showed you on my computer in Photoshop that I was having a hard time with, but I think it turned out really good. The original was a 9x12, which is why I had to crop it, fix and adjust the crop, because it was a little too long for an 8x10 crop, if that makes sense. And then this one, which is one of my favorites. Isn't that sweet too? I actually have this one hanging in my studio up there. It's up there. I really like it. It's one of my favorites. I think it's so pretty and sweet. So get to ship one of those out this week, which is so fun. Okay, now we just have to package them up. The labels are all good to go, and this part's the easy part, just putting them in the little envelopes. I'm not sure if I should warn you before opening the closet here. This is where I keep all my shipping stuff. It's not too bad, I guess. So I have 1, 2, 3. I have to get the little mat boards and put those down. And the little cellophane bags for the sleeves. For the prints to go in, so they stay nice and protected while being shipped. So we have those, and I also have my little mailing inserts, which I need more of. So we're good to go. And then need a box and 2 of these. There we go. Well, that was fun. I did forget to print one print, so that's printing. It's just finished printing. As it's drying, I figured I'd wrap this up here, but that was a little morning in the studio, so that was fun to bring you behind the scenes to see what I'm working on. I keep it pretty low key these days. I'm not working on any big launches, well, except for YouTube, which is kind of huge. But this season, I am just taking it as it comes. And a typical week, like this week, I finished 2 commissions for pattern designs, and I worked on social media. I worked on YouTube content and videos and editing. I kept up with emails in my inbox, and I got these orders shipped. So that's a typical, what my days look like. That's a typical week in the life. And this was just an inside look at what my mornings look like as a work from home artist. So if you have any questions, let me know. And if you would like to check out my print shop on my website, I will include the link below. I have so many beautiful floral art prints on my website available for purchase if you would like to check it out. I also have some really lovely landscapes on there as well, and I'm shipping out art prints every single week. So if you want to check that out and add some beautiful artwork to your home, it'll be so fun. And I would love to send you some. So anyway, thank you guys for following along. Thanks for coming back and coming along for the ride. So with that, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.